Dr. Sarah Chen had always known the deep ocean held secrets, but nothing could have prepared her for this. The massive structure before her submersible defied explanation. A perfectly geometric shape covered in symbols that seemed to pulse with their own inner light, half buried in the abyssal plain of the Pacific Ocean. "Control, are you seeing this?" she breathed, adjusting the external lights to better illuminate the otherworldly construct. The structure stretched at least 50 meters across, its metallic surface unmarred by the centuries or millennia. It must have spent beneath the waves. "Affirmative, Dr. Chen. All feeds are clear," came the response from the surface ship 12,000 feet above. "Initial analysis suggests the material isn't matching any known elemental composition." Sarah guided the submersible closer, her trained eye noting details that sent her mind racing. The symbols appeared to shift and change as she watched, responding to the submersible's presence in ways that suggested active technology rather than passive markings. "Package the data and send it to SETI," she instructed, "but mark it urgent. These patterns, they match the signal bursts we've been detecting from the Kuiper Belt. For the past 6 months, astronomical facilities worldwide had been tracking unusual quantum fluctuations emanating from beyond Neptune's orbit. The scientific community had been divided on their nature, natural phenomenon versus artificial transmission. Now, Sarah knew they had their answer. The discovery sparked a global response unlike anything in human history. Within days, a multinational task force was assembled. The world's leading physicists, linguists, and engineers converged on the newly established Pacific Deep Research Center. Sarah found herself at the heart of humanity's first concrete contact with extraterrestrial technology. The symbols appear to be more than just writing. Dr. James Rodriguez, a quantum physicist, explained during one of their daily briefings. They're acting as quantum interfaces, responding to observation in ways that suggest they're part of a larger system. Sarah nodded, pulling up the latest scans on the holographic display. The structure itself seems to be generating a localized quantum field. It's like nothing we've ever seen, but the fascinating part is how it's adapting to our presence. The artifact, as it came to be known, seemed to be studying them as much as they were studying it. Each probe they sent was met with new patterns of response. Each scan revealed new layers of complexity. But it was Dr. Yuki Tanaka, a theoretical physicist with an unconventional approach, who made the breakthrough. "We've been thinking about this all wrong," she announced one evening, bursting into the main lab. "We're not just dealing with advanced technology. We're dealing with a teaching tool. Look at these response patterns." She brought up a series of recordings showing how the artifact's quantum field interactions had gradually shifted over time. It's not just responding to our probes, it's adjusting its outputs to match our current technological understanding. It's teaching us, step by step. The revelation changed everything. What had been a cautious study of alien technology became an accelerated learning program. The artifact wasn't just a piece of advanced technology. It was a deliberate gift, left for humanity to find when we were ready. As weeks turned into months, the artifact gradually revealed its secrets. It contained fundamental principles of quantum mechanics that Earth scientists had only theorized about, presented in ways that built upon human understanding rather than simply providing answers. But it was during a routine analysis that they discovered something that changed everything. Hidden within the quantum fluctuations was a message, finally decoded after countless hours of work. To the species that finds this, you are not alone. You are being watched, and you are now ready for your next step. The message was accompanied by coordinates, not to a location in space, but to a specific quantum frequency. And as humanity prepared to broadcast its response, no one yet realized that they were about to step onto a galactic stage in a way that would reshape the understanding of what it meant to be human. As Sarah prepared the quantum transmission array, she couldn't help but smile. Humanity had found its invitation to the stars not through traditional SETI signals or space exploration, but through our relentless drive to understand the unknown. The artifact hadn't just given us knowledge. It had confirmed something she had always believed. Humanity's greatest strength was our ability to learn, adapt, and grow in ways that even its creators might never have anticipated. The countdown began for humanity's first intentional quantum broadcast to the stars. In orbital stations and ground facilities around the world, instruments were trained on the specified coordinates. Whatever response came, Earth was ready to face it united, armed with knowledge both given and earned. Quantum array synchronized, Sarah announced, her voice steady despite the historic weight of the moment. Beginning transmission in 3, 2, 1. The signal pulsed outward through quantum space, carrying humanity's message to whoever was watching. The response would come faster than anyone expected, and with it, the realization that humanity's approach to understanding the universe was about to reshape galactic society itself. The response came within hours, materializing not as a return signal, but as a series of ships emerging from what appeared to be folds in space itself. The massive vessels appeared in high Earth orbit, their hulls shimmering with an iridescent energy that defied conventional physics. Admiral Elena Torres stood on the bridge of the newly commissioned Earth defense vessel Prometheus, watching as the alien ships took position around Earth. 20 years of military service hadn't prepared her for this moment. Multiple ships detected, her sensor officer reported, voice steady despite the unprecedented situation. 17 vessels of varying sizes. Their energy signatures are, "Sir, they're operating on principles we've only begun to understand from the artifact." Elena nodded, noting how the alien vessels maintained perfect formation without any visible propulsion. "Open all frequencies. Let's hope our quantum linguistics team did their job properly." The main view screen flickered to life, revealing a being that seemed to be composed of crystalline structures and flowing energy. "Greetings, humans." The translation matrix converted complex harmonic tones into English. "I am High Observer Xerix of the Galactic Coordination Council. Your quantum signature broadcast was unexpected." "I am Admiral Torres of Earth's United Defense Force," Elena responded. "We've been studying the artifact found in our ocean." Yes, Xyrix's crystalline form shifted in what might have been agitation. "The learning seed. It was placed on your world to guide your development over centuries. You were meant to spend generations studying its outer layers before accessing its quantum properties. Yet here you are, barely 8 months after discovery, broadcasting on restricted quantum frequencies." A second alien appeared on the screen, this one appearing more conventionally biological, with multiple eyes and iridescent scales. "High Observer, the humans have already adapted the seed's teachings into working technology. Their quantum comprehension is unorthodox but effective." Dr. Sarah Chen, now aboard the Prometheus as Chief Scientific Advisor, stepped forward. "The artifact's quantum interfaces responded to our methods of investigation. We simply followed where it led us." The scaled alien's multiple eyes blinked in rapid succession. "You simply followed. Your species has compressed centuries of expected development into months. The quantum principles you've grasped should have taken decades to even theorize." "Perhaps," Elena interjected diplomatically, "we could discuss this in person. We've prepared appropriate facilities for first contact scenarios." The alien's reaction to the invitation was unexpected. Both Xerix and the scaled being seemed to recoil slightly. "You wish for immediate physical contact." Xyrix's harmonic tones carried what might have been concern. "Your species continues to defy standard protocols." "With respect," Sarah offered, "humanity has always learned best through direct experience and interaction. Our history is filled with examples of breakthrough moments that came from unexpected meetings and exchanges." The aliens conferred among themselves, their discussion carried out in quantum pulses that Earth's systems could detect, but not yet decipher. Finally, Xerix turned back to the screen. "Your species' approach is concerning, but also intriguing. We will accept your invitation, though this breaks numerous first contact protocols. The Galactic Council will need to be informed." As preparations began for humanity's first face-to-face meeting with alien life, Sarah pulled Admiral Torres aside. "They're scared," she said quietly. "Not of us specifically, but of how quickly we're advancing. The artifact was meant to be a gradual teaching tool, but we're treating it like a collaborative partner." Elena smiled slightly. "Good. Fear often breeds respect. And from what I've seen in these first exchanges, the galaxy could use some shaking up." The meeting was set for the newly constructed First Contact Center in Geneva. As delegates from Earth's nations gathered alongside the alien representatives, no one yet realized that humanity's unorthodox approach to learning and development was about to challenge the very foundations of galactic society. The aliens' first steps onto Earth soil marked more than just first contact. It marked the beginning of a fundamental shift in how the galaxy would view technological and social development. Humanity, it seemed, was about to teach the teachers some very unexpected lessons. Within weeks of the first contact, Earth's scientific community was in an uproar of discovery and innovation. The presence of alien delegates had sparked an unprecedented exchange of ideas, though not in the way anyone had expected. Dr. Marcus Wong, a quantum computing specialist at the Geneva facility, made the first breakthrough. He was explaining Earth's current computing architecture to a group of alien scientists when he noticed something peculiar in their reactions. "You're saying you developed quantum processors without first achieving full mastery of subatomic particle manipulation." The lead alien scientist, a being named Vex 427, whose form seemed to shift between solid and gaseous states, appeared deeply troubled. "Well, yes," Marcus replied, pulling up a holographic display of their latest prototype. "We found that by approaching quantum states from a probabilistic perspective, rather than waiting for perfect control, we could achieve practical results faster." The alien scientists conferred among themselves in rapid quantum pulses. Finally, Vex 427 turned back to Marcus. "This is unprecedented. Your methods violate standard development protocols, yet your results." Sarah Chen, observing the exchange, stepped forward. "We've noticed something similar in our study of the learning seed. Your civilization's approach seems to prioritize complete theoretical understanding before practical application. We tend to work in parallel, theory and practice informing each other." The revelation sparked a chain reaction throughout the galactic scientific community. Human approaches to problem solving, long considered reckless by galactic standards, were producing results that couldn't be ignored. Admiral Torres found herself mediating increasingly heated debates between Earth scientists and their alien counterparts. The humans' habit of jumping ahead in technological development was causing serious concern among the galactic community. "Your species is attempting quantum-fold technology without first establishing a complete framework of 11-dimensional physics," one particularly agitated alien delegate complained during a high-level meeting. "Yet our prototype works," Elena pointed out calmly, gesturing to the successful test results displayed above the conference table. "Perhaps there's more than one path to understanding the universe." The situation came to a head when a young team of human and alien scientists, working in secret, combined their approaches to create something entirely new. Dr. Yuki Tanaka and her alien colleague, a young Proxian named Zyle, had been experimenting with hybrid technology. "Look at these results," Yuki exclaimed, bursting into Sarah's office one morning. "By combining our reckless human approach with their advanced theoretical framework, we've achieved something neither of us could have done alone." The data was extraordinary. They had created a new form of quantum communication that was not only more efficient than existing galactic methods, but operated on principles that neither human nor alien science had fully predicted. The Galactic Council was thrown into chaos. The human approach to technology, experimenting, failing, adapting, and trying again, was producing innovations that their careful, methodical development protocols had never considered possible. "This cannot be allowed to continue," High Observer Xerix declared during an emergency session. "The humans are disturbing millions of years of carefully managed technological progression." But it was too late. Other young species in the galaxy had taken notice of Earth's success. The human approach to learning and development was spreading, creating a wave of innovation that threatened to overwhelm the Council's carefully maintained order. As Sarah reviewed the latest breakthrough data, she couldn't help but smile. "We're not just joining galactic society," she told Elena during their daily briefing. "We're revolutionizing it." But revolution rarely comes without resistance. The first warning signs came in the form of ships, massive vessels appearing at the edges of the solar system, belonging to species that hadn't participated in the initial contact. They were the conservators, ancient civilizations dedicated to maintaining galactic order. "This is Final Authority Nexus 9 to Earth Command." A transmission came through all channels simultaneously. "Your species has been deemed a threat to established universal progress. You will cease all technological development immediately." Admiral Torres stood on the Prometheus's bridge, watching as more ships emerged from quantum space. The tactical display showed over 50 vessels, each dwarfing Earth's largest ships. "Well," she said dryly, "I suppose we knew this was coming." She turned to her communications officer. "Open a channel to all Earth Defense Forces and our alien allies." The response from Earth was immediate and unified, though not in the way the conservators expected. Instead of fear or compliance, humanity's scientific community saw the threat as just another problem to solve. "They're using an ancient form of quantum field manipulation," Dr. Wong explained during an emergency conference. "Look at these energy signatures. Their technology is powerful but rigid, unchanging for millennia." Sarah nodded, already seeing where he was going. "They've optimized their systems to perfection, but that very perfection has become a weakness. They can't adapt quickly to new approaches." The next few days saw an unprecedented collaboration between Earth's scientists and the younger alien species who had embraced humanity's innovative spirit. The Proxians contributed their energy manipulation expertise, while the Vex shared their understanding of quantum mathematics. "What we lack in raw power," Yuki explained to a combined human-alien task force, "we make up for in flexibility. They expect us to either fight or surrender. Let's show them a third option." The plan that emerged was quintessentially human, ambitious, unorthodox, and just crazy enough to work, while the conservator fleet maintained their positions, demanding Earth's surrender. Humanity and its allies worked to implement something never before attempted in galactic history. "The learning seed wasn't just a teaching tool," Sarah announced, presenting their findings. "It was also a quantum resonator, capable of harmonizing with similar devices across the galaxy. The conservator ships used the same basic principles. They're all connected through quantum fields." Elena immediately grasped the implications. "So if we can access that network, we can rewrite the rules of the game," Sarah finished. "Not to fight them, but to show them something new." The execution would require precise timing and coordination between all Earth's quantum research facilities and their alien allies. The plan violated dozens of galactic protocols. But then, that had become humanity's specialty. As the conservator fleet's ultimatum neared its deadline, Earth made its move. The learning seed, now fully integrated with humanity's hybrid quantum systems, activated in a way its creators had never imagined possible. The quantum pulse that emanated from Earth wasn't a weapon, it was an invitation. The effect was instantaneous and unprecedented. Every quantum-capable system in the solar system resonated with the pulse, including the conservator ships. But instead of disrupting their systems, the pulse created something entirely new. A unified quantum field that made direct consciousness-to-consciousness communication possible across species. For a brief moment, every being in the solar system shared in a collective understanding. The conservators experienced humanity's drive to learn and grow, our willingness to fail and try again, our ability to see possibilities where others saw only chaos. In turn, humanity glimpsed the deep wisdom and knowledge accumulated over millions of years by the ancient species. When the field collapsed moments later, the solar system fell into stunned silence. Admiral Torres watched her displays as the conservator ships maintained their positions, their weapons systems powered down. After what seemed like an eternity, a new transmission came through. "This is final authority, Nexus 9 to Earth Command. We request a dialogue." The meeting that followed would be remembered as a turning point in galactic history. In the Geneva First Contact Center, representatives from Earth sat across from the conservators, beings of pure energy and thought who had guided galactic development for millions of years. In all our existence, Nexus 9 communicated, its energy form shimming with complex emotions. "We have never encountered a species that could do what you did. You didn't just use the technology, you transformed it into something new." Dr. Sarah Chen, who had helped design the quantum pulse, stepped forward. "That's what humans do. We take ideas, remix them, break them apart, and put them back together in new ways. Sometimes we fail spectacularly, but sometimes you create wonders," Nexus 9 completed. "We saw this in the quantum sharing. Your species' chaos isn't a flaw. It's a catalyst for evolution itself." The agreement that emerged from those talks would reshape galactic society. Earth would become a new kind of hub in the galactic community, not just a member, but a designated center for innovation and unconventional development. The conservators would continue to maintain stability in the galaxy, but now with the understanding that controlled chaos and experimentation had their place. "Think of it as cosmic peer review," Elena explained to her crew later. "We push the boundaries, try new things, and if they work, the conservators help implement them safely across the galaxy." Humanity's influence spread rapidly. Young species that had been bound by rigid development protocols found themselves encouraged to experiment and innovate, always under the watchful but now understanding eyes of the conservators. The galaxy was changing, becoming more dynamic, more alive with possibilities. One year after the quantum pulse event, Sarah stood in her lab, watching a group of young alien scientists working alongside human colleagues. They were testing new applications of the quantum sharing technology, finding ways to bridge not just communications but understanding across species. "You know what the real breakthrough was," she said to Elena, who had stopped by to check on their progress. "Not the technology itself, but what it revealed about us, all of us. Every species has something unique to contribute. We just needed to learn how to share those gifts." Elena nodded, watching as a human researcher excitedly explained a new idea to her alien colleagues, their differences forgotten in the shared joy of discovery. "So what's next?" Sarah grinned, pulling up a holographic display of their latest project. "Oh, you're going to love this. We've been thinking about the nature of reality itself, and we have some ideas." Above them, Earth's night sky sparkled not just with stars now, but with the lights of ships coming and going. Beings from across the galaxy arriving to learn, to teach, and to discover what new wonders might emerge when different ways of thinking collided and combined. Humanity had found its place in the cosmos, not by following the established path, but by blazing the new one, proving that sometimes the best way forward is the one that no one else dared to try.